Number 4 in a 12-issue limited series, Marvel Superheroes Secret Wars. Beneath 150 billion tons stands the Hulk, and he's not happy. Situation hopeless. Bahum. There's so much for the superheroes. So much for the superheroes. Headquarters. And as their victories explore the ruins, I can't believe we let them slip through our fingers. How could they escape? With the destruction of their fortress complete, their moments are numbered, Doc. We shall hunt them down like dogs. Molecule Man, that was unbelievable. How did you obliterate the entire structure with just a wave of your hand? Oh, it's easy when you control all the molecules. And you can call me Owen if you want, Volcana. Owen, what a darling name. Any sign of them, Octopus? Not yet. These glasses I found seem to automatically detect and focus on moving objects sooner or later. Wait, there. About 5 miles away. I see them regrouping. They look to be in bad shape, easy to finish off. They're out of range of hand weapons, but perhaps we can salvage a heavy cannon. Bah, Titania needs no weapons. Except this. They will not escape. I will crush them all. Alright, Wrecking Crew, if she can do it, so can we. Bomb them. Smaller chunks of debris. Throwing rocks is stupid. Let's go after them, just in case Titania missed. The observed man is right. Let's go. That really won't be necessary. I can take care of them for sure. Really, Owen? Sure, Volcana, just watch. See those mountains in the distance? I'll just drop them on them. Meanwhile, as Captain America regroups his battered troops. Hawkeye present, Hulk here, and I got Mr. Fantastic, Spider-Man, She-Hulk, and Ben Grimm. Iron Man present and accounted for, and I've got Captain Marvel. Human Torch is here, hurting, but hanging in there. All accounted for then, except for Thor and the X-Men, who apparently vanished before the battle. Deserted, you mean? We'll worry about that later. For now, we'll keep moving and hope Doctor Doom and his allies are too busy celebrating to pursue us. What? Easy, Spider-Man, just relax. You were hit pretty hard. But Hulk, I sense danger. My spidey sense, warning me, danger above. Good grief. Cap, look. I could put all these people down in time to knock that thing away. But in one fluid burrow of motion, the man called Hawkeye knocks it and draws fire. This explosive arrow isn't powerful enough to splinter something, but something that big. But if I place it perfectly, it'll split it. Nice work, Hawk. Now, if only my power is enough. Sophisticated microcomputers built into Iron Man's armor guide his arm and set the focus with twin palm mounted repulsor blast, which strike their target unerringly with a tremendous impact. Thoom, kaboom! He deflected the fragments just enough. Nice going, Shellhead. And you didn't even drop Captain Marvel. Not bad. I never dropped talent like this, my man. Let's keep moving troops before. Oh no. Sudden, unbelievably, a mountain range which would dwarf the Andes looms above them. For a second, impossibly, it hangs suspended in the sky, and then it falls. And that did it. They're finished. Amazing. Nice work. I think you're wonderful, Owen. It was nothing, really. That must have killed him, perhaps. Meanwhile, half a world away, the Beyonder who has infinite power brought us here, hence has offered to each of us the victor any prize he may ask. What would you ask for, Enchantress? You who so beautiful, powerful, and immortal, barely a goddess? I would ask for your love, Thor, because for millennia I have desired you. As well you know, for I stop at nothing to satisfy my selfish desires, and I have often sought to take your love by deceit or force. Love is not an object to be seized or stolen. It can only be given. Aye, but we immortals won't occupy our endless days with foolish and impossible quests, either to keep from going mad, or be the cause. Are we? Could you ever love me, Thor? I know not. Am I not beautiful? Without surely, but true beauty is a thing of spirit. Why is that not your question, fair one? To overcome petty greed and lust, and unfettered beauty of godly spirit. Kiss me, Thor. Give me a glimmer of hope, and I will try. Suddenly, by Odin's beard, an earthquake, but sudden and quick to pass. 'Twas not a natural occurrence indeed. Precious little here is. I have a sense of all these things. It could only have been a shock wave from one of the cataclysmic blows mighty enough to shake this entire world. Then I must return to my friends. And I with thee, noble Thor. Hurry, Enchantress, I fear we have tarried here too long. It is done. And, holy cow, Thor and the Enchantress, I guess they've been off partying. What's this? Our fortress laid waste? Hey, you see, real good, jerk. Let me have him. One-on-one. I want to. Silence. Doom, where are my comrades? What have you done with them? I want answers. Speak quickly. Why, they are dead. We have slain them all by dropping a mountain range on top of them. Simple? Effective? No? Now listen well. You are hopelessly outnumbered. Submit and I guarantee a merciful death. Are you mad, Doom? Do you truly believe that any odds might deter Thor from striving till his last breath? Of course not. However, common courtesy demands that I make the offer. It is 13 to 1 against you. Perhaps. Aye, so be it. Enough talk. Let's ace the sucker. Get him. Stupid, you shouldn't have thrown away that club. You're going to miss it. Might have given you a chance against me, Titania. Titania, the woman who killed Thor with her bare hands. That's what they'll call me. Mayhap woman. Plink. Now we got him. Pull him down. Just make sure you bozos hold him for a few seconds while I absorb the property of this junk. Then I'll bash his head in for you. Crank. Hey, he blocked it. Can't you idiots do anything right? We're trying, but he's too strong. Look out, ah. Wave, Arians. Thy touch offends me. At the command of the God of Thunders, let the fury of the skies smite my enemies. When I rebuilt Ultron, I added new weapons to his invulnerable robot body, Thor. His energy beam, which cancels and forces bond subatomic particles together. A disintegrator, if you will. Only under combat conditions can one truly evaluate the effectiveness of one's newly designed weapons. Do you not agree, Thunder God? Kaboom. I believe the test can be called a success. So it appeared, nothing left but his helmet and scrapes of his cape. That means we've won. The X-Men are not accounted for, Dr. Ox, nor is Magneto, and Galactus remains a possible problem. We shall return to Doom Base and plan our next strike. But first, there is yet one other matter to attend to here and now. One of you tried to kill me. Indeed, he almost succeeded. And for that transgression, he must pay. Doom, wait. The circumstances were Ultron, slay Kang. Doom, listen to me. You need me. Later, you fool. Don't. I trust that the lesson is not lost upon the rest of you. Now to Doom Base. At that moment, many 100 miles away, distant, strange aircraft soars above the alien landscape. It is piloted psionically by Professor Charles Xavier, founder of the band of mutants known as the X-Men. I believe that I neglected to compliment you, Storm, on the superb job you did helping me navigate through the Tempest. It was too powerful for me to quell entirely, but moderating the winds in our immediate vicinity was not difficult, Professor. The silence slammed shut again as the storm's words fade, each X-Men lost in his own reveries, especially Peter Rasputin, codename Colossus. Kitty, I miss you so much. I fear you are in awful danger now, as we surely are here in this God-forsaken world, so far from home and you. I think there is no returning from this place. All the dreams I hardly dare to dream about us are finished. If only I could see you one more time. Only a few feet away, the woman known only as Rogue also broods. Not too long ago, I probably would have been fighting on Doom's side. Now I'm with the X-Men. But if push comes to shove, if we're losing, will I stay with the X-Men? I wonder. I don't want to die. Why do you keep popping your claws, Wolverine? Surely they aren't looking forward to the inevitable battle. Nightcrawler, I go through life holding back, keeping the animal inside in check, just barely. But this war may be the last war for all the marbles in the universe. So this time I ain't taking any prisoners, no matter what Charlie says. Professor Charles Xavier overhears. He makes no sign. His furrow brow betrays greater concentration than necessarily simply to guide the ship. As he ponders a certain incident only hours ago involving Spider-Man and is deeply, deeply, deeply troubled. There, that must be Magneto's fortress ahead, Cyclops. I don't know whether to be relieved or worried. Magneto's power on our side could be a deciding factor in this war. On the other hand, if he's not in the mood for an alliance, we could be in the fight for our lives. Meanwhile, inside, the awesome Structor, the mutant master of magnetism, focuses his staggering power on concentrating field of energy potent enough to raise a small city. Straining, he subtly manipulates the field, pulling the magnetic particles from the air, shaping them, compressing them, fusing them by atom until, here you are, Janet. I trust this will suffice. Why, thank you. Goodness, you really discover the things you take for granted when Burgos Goodman's is a billion miles away. I think that's her hairdresser. And I wish this place had plumbing. What sort of beings would build a place with no powder rooms? They must have been vaguely humanoid, judging from the furnishings and these delicious alien fruit nectars which apparently they consumed. Would you like some? Nah, got any cold beer, Maggie? The X-Men. Good morning, Magnus. I have come to discuss joining forces, and I believe it may be mutually advantage to forget our various differences and work together. As a force independent of that under Captain America's command, there is much good we might do. How interesting. Janet, perhaps you know her better as the Wasp, leader of the Avengers. Janet and I have been discussing precisely just that. Slay your enemies and all your desires shall be yours. That is what the Beyonder told us when he placed us here. After seeing his power demonstrated, I believe him. Therefore, we must take an aggressive role, unlike Captain America and his allies. We must not fight a defensive battle. We must slay Doctor Doom and his lackeys. If Captain America's company does not see the wisdom of our course, if they do not join with us, or worse, if they oppose us, we must slay them as well. Don't you see? Should Doom triumph, he would have the Beyonder fulfill his selfish desires. But we, by the Beyonder's grace, would create a golden age on Earth and throughout the universe, an age in which men and mutants live together in peace. We must fight to the death and win. Janet agrees with me. Don't you, my dear? You know, Maggie, you're a pompous, overbearing jerk. Cute, though. You really think that I'd ever consider getting along with your sick plans? I've just been playing all along to find out what you're up to. And now that I know, you really, really are the most evil scum since Hitler. And I'm going to stop you. What, you dare? Yep, nay, 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 you can't hit me. Striking to the Wasp's eyes won't save you. Oh, but that's not all I can do. Wasp also have sting, and in my case, a bioelectric one. You're a great kisser, Magneto. But like a lot of men that presume that once you romance a woman, her mind turns to mush, and then you own her. Wrong. Stop her. If she injures him, we may need Magneto, lady. Now settle down, or if you're going to be on his side, then you're not very nice, and I'm not letting you near me. Just be graceful that I am not like Magneto. If I were using even half the power of stings, you'd be splattered, not stunned. So there. I better get out of here. One of them could get lucky somehow and zap me. And I got to warn Cap and the others about what rats they are. Besides, that planet quake we felt a while ago got me worried. I can't shake the feeling that it meant something terrible happened. I've got to get back. She caught us flat-footed and clobbered us. We deserved it. We reacted slowly, no teamwork. First Spider-Man thrashes us, and now the Wasp. I've had it with getting dumped on my butt. She won't get far. Hmm. Taking evasive action won't save her. That little fool. I'll crash that vehicle and her with it. Meanwhile, how do you steer this thing? It'll take 6 hands to work these controls. I'd get out and walk if I could. Figure out how to stop. Goodness, Magnus, no. I cannot allow you to do this. Allow me? You presume much, Xavier. Listen to me. I could have prevented her escape with a simple telepathic command, but I chose not to. A few hours ago, I succumbed to temptation and psychically prevented Spider-Man from delaying our journey here. That was a crime, an act I shall long regret. In the moment of weakness, I was no better than Doom, or Hitler, or anyone else who's ever used the power to usurp another's freedom. If we are to be allies, Magneto, we must first agree that whatever noble ends we seek do not justify evil. We must first agree that whatever noble ends we seek do not justify evil means. Meanwhile, far away, where a newly planted mountain range rises from the planet's crust, while the dust still settles on the surface, deep billions of tons of stone, how about a little light? You got it. There must be 2 miles of rock above us. How can you even hold that up, Hulk? I'm just bracing it. I got leverage still. I don't know how long. Seconds, minutes, maybe. If we could dig out of here. We couldn't dig out of here in a month. We're just as good as. Nope, we're still alive. There is a way. Help me revive Reed. He's coming around. Reed, listen. We're in trouble. They dropped a whole mountain on us. Man, Iron Man and the Hulk wedged out of space as it landed, keeping us from being squashed. There ain't enough air for Torch to flame on and burn his way out, and it's probably too far away. No one here has power enough to cut through or dig out, except me. But if I let go, the rock above us will fall, smashing us all before we could start digging. Iron Man, let me have a look at your armor. If it operates as I suspect it does, I might just have an idea. You must have a toolkit. I'll need it. And Hawkeye, if you have any trick arrows with microelectronic components. Good. Spider-Man, your web shooter devices must have circuit relays. I'll need them too. My web shooters? There's no time to argue. Oh, right. I guess, yeah. The air's running out. Hulk's getting exhausted. Why not? Can we help? No, Iron Man, your armor is more technologically advanced than I ever dreamed. Working with it is easier than I dared hope. Every system is already cross-linked. A cinch to modify. I knew Tony Stark was brilliant, but... Shut up, Richards. I'm tired of hearing about how brilliant you are and how brilliant Stark is. Do you hear me? The dumb brute who is buying you the time is fed up with the garbage. I see. Well, that's exactly the kind of self-pity feelings we'd expect from you, Hulk, or Dr. Banner, or whoever you are. But you're correct. You are a brute. So keep using your muscles, and that's all you're good for. Why, you arrogant clown, you know I'm losing my intellect, don't you? And you think I'm just a dumb ox again already, don't you? Well, maybe I am. But you better pray for your stupid plan to fail, because if we get out of here, I'm going to rip you apart. Captain Marvel, Johnny, I adapted Iron Man's energy input circuits so that you can feed your energy directly into his power pods using these makeshift transfer units. Concentrate, Johnny. Channel your maximum Nova Flame heat through your hands into the unit. Captain, give him the full spectrum of electromagnetic radiation. Hey, I can feel their power pouring and adding to mine. It's unspeaking believable. I hear something. Tapping noise. It's coming from that direction. Full focus. Repulsors. Iron Man. That way now. Kathoom. I never dreamed how powerful this armor is. With enough energy, I can do anything. You knew I was losing it. You deliberately made me angry because you knew the madder I get, the stronger I get. Yes, I know, Richards. I finally figured it out. I'm not that stupid. Hulk, Dr. Banner, I'm sorry about what I said down there. I was only... Oh, Captain America, a welcome sight for thou art. My mightiest blow. Thor, I thought I heard tapping sound that we might hear, might try to dig us out. My mightiest blows tapping. You were buried deep indeed. In battle with doomed forces, I learned of your plight. I used the flash lightning to blind them while I escaped to come to your aid. Duly thought it seemed. We thought maybe the Enchantress had somehow spirited you away. 'Tis a tale long in the telling. Later then. Captain Marvel, we need food, shelter, medical supplies. Okay. Speed of light scouting service on the case, Cap. Split seconds later, nothing in this direction. There's only what's left of our old HQ. We'll forget that. I wonder where it came from. Whose it was before the Beyonder transported here. And there's Galactus, still keeping some mysterious vigil on top of that peak. It's almost like he's been like that almost since we've arrived here. Definitely don't want to disturb that guy. Richard says he eats planets. Hey, a village. So the Beyonder brought some non-combatants along for the ride too. Figures, obviously, the Big B spared no effort in providing all the necessary accoutrements for a little secret war. And what of wars without innocent victims? I can't get over how abruptly and dramatically the terrain changes a few hundred miles on this crazy patchwork planet. Wonder if there's anything past this weirdness. Whoops, doom space. I'm not likely to find help here. Better about face before I'm detected. There's that village again. It has one teensy little problem. It would seem to be our best bet. Hours later, right under Galactus's nose. Is she kidding? I told you that is the best I can do. Soon. These people don't look too happy to see us. Who can blame them for being afraid? Can't they see we need help? Can't we make them help us? No, Hulk. That's not our way. Besides, I think that woman is arguing on our behalf. She's won, or it's a trap. Nay, my spidey sense would be tingling a blue streak. They really mean to help us, so far. Interesting, the girl seems to be the village healer. Must be some kind of ritualistic laying of hands. I guess it can't hurt. Hurt? Hey, it feels terrific. Guys, my ribs and arms feel better already. You really will. Yep, same to you, gorgeous. Wow, I think I'm in love. Baby, I'll tumble for ya. You will. Torch, you got no class, man. I don't know about this place, Reed. I mean, we're right in plain sight of Galactus. Ben, believe me, if he cared about us, it wouldn't matter where we were hiding, but he doesn't. So right here is just as safe as anywhere else. Okay, you're the boss, but hey, Ben, I'm the thing again. Son of a... What in blue blazes is wrong with me? On Earth, I'm always a level lump of orange rock. Here, all of a sudden, I get human again, and for no reason at the worst possible time, now I'm a monster again. Why, big brain, why? I'm not sure, Ben, but I have strong suspicion that it's not good news. I'll give it some thought. You do that, Stretcho. I'm going to see if these guys got a cop big enough for me and hit the sack. These wimps don't panic and run away at the sight of my beautiful body. At last, I truly understand just how lonely you feel, Ben. Trapped inside that body. Now I'm trapped too, billions of light years away from Sue, fighting what might be our last fight. Must be worse for her. About to give birth to our second child, not knowing if I will be back. What? He moved. Galactus moved. Oh no. Up next, Battle of Four Armies.